We live in one vast galaxy filled with surprises, don't we? It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. Just imagine, a tiny world wandering through space around another star, popping by our cosmic neighborhood so we can get a good look at it. And what's even more intriguing is that these visits are becoming more frequent over time. Just a few weeks ago, a peculiar comet, believed to have come from interstellar space, made its final and dramatic pass around the Sun. This encounter was captured in fascinating detail by a space observatory. The origin of this new neighbor in the neighborhood has puzzled scientists since its discovery decades ago. We're talking about a sungrazer object, 6 kilometers wide, with several strange characteristics suggesting it may have come from another stellar system. First off, its composition is incredibly unique. It doesn't have the common materials found in a comet, and it also doesn't display the typical coma or dusty tail. And here's the kicker, its orbit is highly peculiar, inclined in a way that brings it closer to our Sun than any other comet. Astronomers have been searching for decades for objects from beyond our own solar system. Essentially, they're interstellar visitors from an alien star system. But until now, without much success? However, it's when hope seems to be dwindling that some of the most incredible discoveries happen. It was more or less like this for these astronomers. After decades of finding absolutely nothing, multiple objects are now entering our solar system. Scientists and astronomers from all over the world, including SETI and even NASA, are joining forces to study these mysterious visitors. What could we learn from them? What might be their origin story? Where do they come from? And when can we expect the next arrival? The mystery surrounding the origin of 96P isn't the easiest to crack. Its inclined orbit rarely brings it close to Earth, and its lack of activity makes it difficult to observe except when it's near perihelion. While space observatories like SOHO can study it, many of the comet's secrets, including its origin, still remain hidden. Something similar happened with Oumuamua. It emerged from the void of space and was visible only as a small bright dot in telescopes at an observatory in Hawaii. Whizzing through space at 91,000 kilometers per hour, the object was found to have come from the direction of Vega, an alien star residing 236 trillion kilometers away. It was shaped like an elongated cigar and was 1,000 meters long. That's not very big for a comet or asteroid, but if it truly were a comet or asteroid, it would have left a trail of dust behind. It didn't. Instead, it slowed down as it moved away from the Sun, an unnatural behavior for a comet or asteroid. Just as astronomers were starting to recover from the shock and confusion of this surprise visit, something else happened. Another object appeared. An amateur engineer and astronomer, Gennady Borisov, spotted the object moving in the sky before dawn, using a telescope he built himself. Even at first glance, he realized it was something special. It was moving in a different direction from the comets inhabiting our solar system's main asteroid. Now, the big question is, are these interstellar visitors natural or artificial in origin? To answer that, we'll have to take a trip to where they came from. Oumuamua, which means a scout in Hawaiian, came from the Vega star system, nicknamed the North Star of the past and future. Vega is a bright star located just 25 light-years from Earth, visible in the summer sky of the northern hemisphere. Due to Earth's axial precession, our perception of the North gradually shifts to different stars over a 26,000-year cycle. Vega was the North Star several thousand years ago and will regain that status in about 12,000 years. In early 2013, astronomers discovered an asteroid belt around Vega, suggesting the possibility of alien planets among the rocks. Oumuamua was one of these celestial travelers. NASA had only 11 days to observe it as it flew past Earth, moving 3 times faster than our planet orbits the Sun. And then, it vanished, too fast and too dim to be detected. It entered our solar system, and after passing by Earth, it suddenly accelerated on its way out of our stellar system. While tracking Oumuamua, we expected it to follow a hyperbolic orbit, as if the only force acting on it were gravity. But that's not what happened. There seemed to be an additional acceleration, as if something unseen were pushing it beyond the influence of gravity. 2 things, in particular, caught scientists' attention. The first was its mysterious acceleration away from the Sun, and the second was its peculiar shape. In the years following, scientific journals and global headlines were flooded with speculations. While NASA tried to categorize it as an asteroid and then a comet, it became clear that we had no clue what it was. And we still don't, let's be honest. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb, however, suggested that it could be an artificial construct made by an intelligent extraterrestrial civilization? Finally someone who dared to say what everyone was thinking, because whatever it was, one thing is certain, it defied our physics and left everyone baffled. After reaching its closest point to the Sun, the object began to exit the solar system at a very high speed relative to our own Sun, about 95,000 kilometers per second, more than enough to ensure it escaped our star's gravity. But even with such high speed, it accelerated very smoothly and steadily, completely contrary to what is expected of a rough and irregular comet emitting its ices. The chances of such behavior coming from a natural comet are highly unlikely. On October 7, 2017, it was heading towards the constellation of Pegasus, heading for unknown points. At that time, with the technology available, there was no way to reach and photograph Oumuamua up close. So, the available data is all we'll have. But all its strange characteristics may have a perfect explanation. It could be an alien spaceship with a light sail, suggests a new study. Indeed, an artificial origin would explain very well the many strange features of the cosmic visitor. Initially, scientists considered the object a comet but reclassified it as an asteroid after observations revealed no tail or diffuse coma. The discovery of Oumuamua was something of an anomaly. Our own solar system doesn't produce objects like Oumuamua. Astronomers used the Green Bank Telescope in West Virginia and the Allen Telescope Array in Northern California to listen for possible signals coming from Oumuamua. So far, the object has remained silent. Another visitor like this, 2I/Borisov, turned out to be much less difficult to decipher than its cosmic companions. Like those lingering on the outer edges of the solar system, 2I/Borisov is thought to have been composed of a slushy mixture of water, dust, and carbon monoxide. It had a visible tail and was more or less what scientists were expecting. But 2I/Borisov makes Oumuamua even stranger. 2I/Borisov is believed to have been torn from an ancient solar system centered around a red dwarf star, the weakest and most abundant type in our galaxy. Based on its speed and trajectory, an international team tentatively calculated that it could have originated around the star Ross 573, a white dwarf, which resides in a region of space about 965 trillion kilometers away from the Sun. They suggest it was ejected into space after the violent collision of three large objects in that celestial neighborhood about 900,000 years ago. Well, as for Oumuamua and 96P, I'm not saying they were aliens, but they were aliens. And being from an advanced alien civilization could design a spaceship that could hide in plain sight if they wanted to spy on us. And the only way to distinguish them from the millions of other asteroids and comets would be if we could study their trajectories and compositions up close and personal. Hope you enjoyed this amazing journey through the cosmos. If you liked the video and want to stay tuned for more fascinating discoveries about the universe, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any new videos. Together, let's explore the mysteries of the universe and beyond. Until next time.